Hello, hello, and welcome to The Creative Kind. My name is Isolde Trachtenberg, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to the show. Today, I want to talk about something that is fascinating to me and also a little scary, and that is about getting out of your creative safe zone. I know that sounds really weird to have a creative comfort zone, but we have it. We all have it. If you're a creative person, you know that you get sort of stuck in ruts of doing the same kind of creative thing over and over and over again. If you're a songwriter, you tend to write, oh, that way of writing a song worked. I'm going to keep doing it that way no matter what. That works, but it may stifle your innovative and ingenuity type thinking, and you want to be able to have access to it whenever it's available. So today, really quickly, I want to talk about doing something that's creative that's completely different than what you normally do. In yesterday's show, I talked about how to stand your creative problem solving methods on their head by doing something completely unexpected, particularly when you're dealing with personal issues, so that when someone is asking you questions, instead of answering the same way you always have, you come up with a completely different response. Same kind of thing here. What can you do creatively that is totally different than what you're used to doing? If you are a creative and you are a musician, then you might also want to be someone who tries something else, some other way of generating that creative sizzle and spark. And I'm going to show you a couple of methods that I have used, well, a method that I have used that I have found to be tremendously fun and lovely. I started painting, and you can see this on the show notes, or if you're watching the show instead of listening to it, this is a painting that I did, and you can see the vibrant, vivid colors because you know how much I love them, and also that it was something that's completely out of my comfort zone. Here's another one for you to look at just so that you can see. And both of these will be in the show notes also if you want to look at them a little bit more closely. The reason I did this, the reason I started pursuing this kind of idea of creative outlet was because it was something that was completely out of my comfort zone. I'm not a painter. I'm not a visual artist at all, except for I love photography. But painting, excuse me, painting is right out. Painting was something that I thought was never a possibility. And yet, so sorry about all the coughing, but you know this show is raw, real, and unedited, so you're getting all of it as it comes out. Anyway, I was in New Mexico about this time last year and went to Old Town Albuquerque and hung out in some galleries and saw this really amazing method of painting on tiles. It's called alcohol paints. And I went, wow, that is amazing. I want to try it. Now, I knew nothing about it, but good old Amazon came through. I found some alcohol, and all you need is some alcohol, some rubbing alcohol, some paintbrushes, and an eyedropper. And you can go to town on some tiles and make some really beautiful things. So I decided to try it. Why? Because it's completely out of my comfort zone. I had no idea how to do this, and that made it all the more fabulous, adventurous, mysterious, and in my mind successful, because while I was doing the work, I completely got out of my judgment zone. I was sort of, with the alcohol paints, was at the whim of what could happen, right? Because you drop your dropper full of alcohol on these paints and it could go anywhere. It could do anything. And that unexpected forced me to not judge myself. And the more you don't judge yourself and let yourself get into that strictly creative mode, the more you will free up new pathways in your mind. And you will come up with incredible, innovative, ingenious solutions to things because you will have that channel, if you will, to the miraculous. And that's where the creativity really flies. Another way to do this, if you want to do it a little bit more structure, go get the book Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain out of the library and do the exercise on drawing upside down. You will see what I mean. You take a drawing, and instead of drawing it right side up where you judge for yourself, oh, that's a face, turn it upside down, and your brain no longer sees it that way, and it allows you the freedom to try something new without judging yourself. Doing this was also something that allowed me to not judge myself. When I hold up the painting, when you look at it on in the show notes at IsoldeT.com, you see that it allows you the freedom, the room to maneuver without judgment. And the more we can do that as creative beings, the more we will allow that miraculous seeming, ingenious, innovative thought process to bounce into our heads and allow us to come up with incredible new ideas or incredible creative solutions to current ideas. And that's what it's all about, my friends. It allows us that opportunity to shine from that judgment-free place. If you know someone who needs to be listening to this show or watching the show, please tag them, let them know about it. The Creative Kind at IsoldeT.com. You can find it there. You can find it on iTunes or Google Podcasts or YouTube or IGTV if you're watching the show. And I'd love to have more people become creative because you know me, I think that's the way for us to become more kind and gentle towards each other, towards the earth, and all the beings who share this planet with us. Until tomorrow, I send you all my love.